Hello and welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. It's me, Paul Neal, as always, and I'm here to give you my thoughts on Mick McCarthy's 28-man squad to face New Zealand and Denmark, obviously in the Euro 2020 crucial qualifier in a couple of weeks. So the team that Mick McCarthy's gone with, the goalkeepers are Darren Randolph, Kieran O'Hara and Mark Travers in goal, which makes sense. The two young lads obviously played the friendly against Bulgaria and done really well. They had a half each. They split that. They've done very well. So if it was my case, I'd probably be leaning towards Travers to play against New Zealand because he's arguably the number two. Darren Randolph, I think he'll be rested then till the Denmark game, which would make absolute sense if that is the case because he's crucial to us. Then defenders, we have Matt Doherty, Shane Duffy, Kevin Long, John Egan, Kieran Clark, Enda Stevens, Derek Williams and Leo Connor from the under-21s, who's been suspended, so he'll miss the game anyway with the 21, so it's a perfect opportunity to bring him in. I'll come back to that. Midfielders, Adam Brown, Josh Cullen, Jeff Hendrick, Callum O'Dowda, Glenn Whelan, Conor Howrahan, James McLean, Jack Byrne, Robbie Brady back in. And then forwards, Callum Robinson, Troy Parrott, Aaron Connolly, David McGoldrick, James Collins, Scott Hogan, Sean Maguire and Alan Judge. So that's the squad. Mick McCarthy had a few bits to say to FAI.ie. For some reason, Ryan Manning's left out of the squad after he said he was in it. So I don't know what the story is there. But Mick had this to say about David McGoldrick and Robbie Brady. He said, Robbie was left out last month simply because he had only played 3 minutes in the Premier League all season when I named the squad. He is back involved with the Burnley first team now and getting game time, and his involvement is a real boost to us ahead of the match against Denmark because of the quality he brings to the team. I will give Robbie time against New Zealand to get ready for Denmark. He's one of the players in the squad who will really benefit from the New Zealand game before we play the Danes. Kieran is in the same boat. He had to get back with Newcastle before he could get back with us, but he is playing well for them now, and I was impressed with him against West Ham last Saturday. David's return, David McGoldrick. David's return is the big bonus for all of us. Everyone knows how well he had done for us in the European Championship games he had played in this year. He has been brilliant for his club in recent weeks. With James McCarthy asking to remain with his club Crystal Palace for personal reasons, McCarthy will mix and match for the New Zealand game before the sellout against Denmark. O'Connor suspended for the under-21 qualifier in Armenia will feature against New Zealand and then rejoin Stephen Kenny's squad for the clash with Sweden at Tallaght Stadium. The benefit of the friendly before the competitive game is that it allows me to try out a few things and give match time to players who need it, added McCarthy. With Lee suspended for the first two under-21 matches, this is the perfect opportunity to have a look at him in the friendly, introduce him to senior international football and see how he gets on. I've been impressed with him for the under-21s and I know how important he is to them for that Sweden game, so this is a win-win for all concerned. Likewise, Troy Parrott is in the squad for the first time and he will feature against New Zealand next Thursday. All he has to do is look at how well Aaron Connolly did last time in Georgia and Switzerland to see the opportunity that is there for him now. The same will apply for other players who will get a chance against New Zealand and can give me something to think about for the Denmark match. We know that's the game we have to win and I can't wait to get into camp now on Sunday and start working with these players again. Mick McCarthy has included keeper Darren Randolph, Muslim defender Matt Doherty and Glenn Whelan in his final squad after positive reports on their recent injury worries. He said they'll all be in Dublin and they're looking forward to it as much as I am, concluded the Ireland boss. So there you go. Troy Parrott's obviously in line to make his debut, as is Leo Connor. I don't see them starting the game, but I can definitely see them coming on and adding something to the game with a bit of luck. There's a couple of players missing there, obviously Shane Long and Ryan Manning, strangely enough, isn't in that squad. I don't know what the story is there. I know a couple of journalists weren't happy about Dan McDonald to name one online. So I don't know what that is about. If I find out, I'm sure to let you guys know. But overall, I'm not too disappointed with the squad. I mean, it is what it is, Don't Jack Byrne's back in there, Robbie Brady's back in there, so there is that little bit of creativity as well. Whether he's going to use it or not is a different story, but I'd imagine Jack will get a run against New Zealand. Either way, as he said, Robbie Brady will be in there. I can imagine David McCarthy could get rested for that game, and hopefully he's wrapped up in cotton wool now this weekend. And the Stevens, John Egan, as I say, they're doing really well for Sheffield United at the moment, so really happy with them. I'd imagine Derek Williams will probably play left back against New Zealand. And give Enda Stevens a bit of a breather. I see that first choice left back, and then Matt Doherty will probably fill in at right back, or else Leo O'Connor will, or like if he's Matt Doherty probably start and Leo O'Connor will come on for him. I'd be very surprised if he started the game, but stranger things have happened. Overall, I mean, it's good. Like, there's positive young players being brought through. Look. Are you really going to be that disappointed if, say, Aaron Connolly or Troy Parrott bangs a goal in the top corner? I think too many people are getting far too concerned with the under-21s. Like, when did everyone start caring about the under-21s all of a sudden? You know what I mean? The senior team is the main priority. Obviously, we want to see the under-21s do well as well, but the senior team is the main priority, and we should be trying to blood in players. Look at the way Wales have done it very successfully, and that's what we need to be doing. So, for all the people that are, you know, moaning that, oh, well, he should be left with the under. Why? Like, why not see what he's like at senior level? See if he can step up. If Troy Parrott scores 2 goals against New Zealand, I know it's New Zealand, but people are going to be calling for him then to be playing against Denmark. So you can never please people, and that's just the way life is. So it's just, you're just going to have to get on with it if you're complaining about it. I don't see what's the point in complaining over it. Overall, probably rate the squad probably a 7 out of 10. There's still, I think, I'm looking at the squad and I'm trying to stay positive, but unless we can keep everybody fit that's in that lineup, I do like having McGoldrick up there. I think he makes a huge difference having him back, and I think with Robbie Brady back there for deliveries and set pieces, we don't have to be relying on just Howard. So if he's not playing well, we do have Robbie Brady there as well. But I'd just like to see that little bit more from maybe our midfield in these games. And, you know, I'd like to see maybe Josh Cullen take the bull by the horns for this one and maybe cement that place against Denmark, because we're going to need legs against Denmark. And if he can prove himself once again like he did for the Bulgaria game, and give Mick McCarthy something to think about. As he said, he's crying out for people to give him something to think about. So, yeah. That's just how I feel about it. Darren Randolph would be crucial to get back for that Denmark game as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is there a player there that you wanted to see come in? And if so, let me know who, because I'd be interested to hear. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so now. And don't forget to drop a like on the video, as it helps the channel grow. Thanks very much for watching. I'll speak to you guys soon. All the best.